Hi there, everyone. Do you know when you have done a breakthrough, when you stepped out of fear? Do you know that feeling? Being able to step out of fear and having that breakthrough. Yeah, I had my breakthrough on Monday, knowing that it's now that I need a transformation again. I'm in the middle of a transformation. And that I know that getting out of the comfort zone, as everybody's saying about, talking about, knowing that that safe surroundings that has been up until now, you know, working my clinic of Chinese medicine that I've had now for 13 years and starting with Chinese medicine since year 2000 and working with a business coach for a whole year. And then suddenly it's just like this aha or stroke of light that you know changes are to happen. And that on Monday with my very last call with my business coach dear Sigrun. And I just know it's not my clinic that's my main point any longer. I'm ready to give birth to a new baby. A new baby, a new project. And I've given birth, or let us say I've been pregnant already 5 times, for real. And also given birth 3 times. 3 beautiful, beautiful children. Sean, Zoe, and Malou. But pregnant 5 times. So that will say 2 angel babies also. As my kids are often saying, how do they look? Is this a boy or a girl? Where are they now? We're talking about them. They're part of family. And then there is the baby of the clinic. Oh, I remember starting up that clinic. Wow. And I remember the opening. You know, I started not alone. I was renting out one of the rooms to at all have financial being able to start, and we had an opening day, and there on that opening day, as a surprise, suddenly the bell was ringing and I went to open the door, and who was standing there? My father and my brother and a dear couple from Denmark. And I was crying. It was so beautiful. That was one of the big surprises of my life. It really touched my heart so deep that they came. So that was my baby, the clinic. And then, after just finishing my Chinese medicine education here in Switzerland, and my dear teacher of face reading, with whom I'm doing a masterclass right now, Lillian Bridges, I totally loved her during our education already, and I just knew face reading, that was my thing. And that was like in the beginning of year 2000. In the beginning of 1 or 2 we had her. And I totally fell in love with her, and I totally fell in love with face reading. And I think it was, maybe we had ended our education in year 2003 or something, and I had started doing classes for Chinese medicine in Denmark, up at my father's hotel. And Lillian told me, Marian, come to this huge congress of Chinese medicine in Germany. Come there, and it's great fun, and you will love it. And I was, yeah, of course I will. And I did. And none of my friends were ready to go there, so I went there alone. And it was like quite scary. I was driving there myself, and I'm not good of finding way or geography or something like that, but I found my way to Rottenburg up the Tauber in Germany. And I went to the hotel, and I went out of the door, I think the next day or the same day. And who was standing looking at a shopping window? Lillian was. Ah, that was not a coincidence. That's the way the universe works. And she took me under her wing. And she was the one who told me to come. And Lillian just said, come on, Marianne, I'll show you, I'll introduce you. You know, that's the way Lillian is. Big-hearted woman, I love her. And Lillian introduced me to the most amazing people. And the second day, when the opening was of the Congress, she just said, Marianne, come along and say goodbye to all my people that I know here. And I said, yes, I will. And before I knew it, I was invited to come and join lunch together with Lillian. And that was in the Cave of the Lion. Because it was with Gerd Umstead and many of the international experts, teachers that was there. And little scary me from Denmark, living up in the Swiss mountains in this little village. I was sitting there among all the high notes or high guys or whatever. And I will never forget that moment. Never. And actually we were sitting opposite, I think I was sitting next to Lillian, and opposite I had Gerd, and Lillian was face reading Gerd and talking about his transformation lines here, and I was just all listening. And then Gerd turned to me and said, so, who are you, like, in a way? And I just thought, never ever, I'm not gonna be the Marianne I was in school time, like maybe shy and not wanting to say something due to my dyslexia. I don't think I was that shy and not saying a lot. I was quite fun and everything, but concerning school or something. And I can just remember I said, it's now or never. You're gonna jump, you're gonna talk, you're gonna say who you are, you're gonna take that leaf away from your mouth. You're just gonna find strength in there to tell them who you are and shine your light. And I did. I did. And that was so beautiful. I never ever will forget that lunch in Rothenburg at the big Congress. And that was the beginning of getting to know Gerd, the president of the Congress. And there was my Congress born. I just thought, I love this. This huge family within Chinese medicine. I have to make a Congress in Denmark as well. And that I did. And Gerd helped me a lot. He was sending papers for me and budgets and all of this stuff, you know, and we were talking about teachers. And for, I think, 1 year or something, or 2 years, I had invited teachers to come to Denmark already. You know, my school in Switzerland with dear Hamid Montekap is quite international. And I totally love these people, you know. They have a drive, they stand on the stage, they share their knowledge, they really work their ass off to be able to share what they know, and they love it, and they share with all their heart, you know, their passion, and they want to, you know, they step up and share their knowledge and their wisdom and their experience. And I take off my hat for that. And yeah, that was my Congress born. So that's the next baby. And it ended up being 4 congresses of Chinese medicine at my father's hotel in Denmark. And that's in Slettestrand. And that's really, really you know, it's a pilgrim journey to get there. But so many people came there. And one funny thing that just comes to my mind right now, talking about my Congress babies, was that after the first Congress, it was a blast. I was in heaven. It was hard work, but I was in heaven after Congress. And when people started to leave on Sunday, I was really sad. I was so sad. It was almost breaking my heart that they were all leaving. Like, you know, being able to hold this Congress at my father's hotel, and I can tell you, I did not have any special prizes. I was paying normal. But I did have the secureness that if 20 teachers were there, or how many it was, and exhibitioners, and if nobody would come, I was hoping that my father would help me if I couldn't pay the bill. That was the only secureness I had. but it went okay. So when people were leaving, I was really sad. It was like all my friends were leaving. And I wanted them to stay there because it felt like they all were in my home. And then there was this little accident at the nearby airport, Aalborg, that an airplane had landed there, and it something with the tire broke or something, and they had to close down the airport. So quite few of the teachers and international guests, or from Norway or Sweden or what, they came back. And I can tell you, I was so crazily happy when they returned. I was like, the party's on again. And wow, that I will not forget either. We had an extra 24 hours together, even though people were in crisis. They had to go home. They wanted to go home to the families. They needed to go home to work. But we had a most funny night. And dear Jeremy Russ, he was telling jokes that evening. He's so good at jokes. You know, together with Nils von Bülow, we were cracking up laughing. And dear Peter Firebrace was playing songs on his guitar. And of course he played from Leonard Cohen's So Long Marian. It was a party. So that turned out to be the next 4 babies, because it ended up being 4 congresses of Chinese medicine. And now I've just given birth to the next baby. And I surely hope that this baby is the last one. But I know this baby is gonna grow a lot, because it really feels like it's my how do you say it? It's my mission now. It's my mission of my heart. It's my heart way. It feels like the soul path, or like Lillian is talking about, the golden path. And today I bought a domain. And actually, when I started with my business called Sigrun, like in December last year, not December 2000 and what was it, 15, yeah. We had to write something about where we saw ourselves in 5 years, and I actually wrote this name, and she wrote that paper, and she said like, I like this line, I like this word, and that has stuck with me ever since. And I actually wrote it over a year ago now, and it was quite hard to buy this domain. And it's easy to buy a domain. You could do it in whatever. But I've looked up and to see that it was not taken already, and I've looked up to see many times, is it now to buy it? But I could never buy it because I was not ready. You know that feeling of you want to do something, you're rushing forward, you want that little flower to grow faster than what it can. But it can't. There's a process in there. There's some things you have to go through. There's the pregnancy. And sometimes it's longer than 9 months. And when you're overdue, I was overdue with my last child, Malou. And Sean was born 16 days before the date. And so it was just around the date, maybe 2 or 3 days before, and Malou, I think she went 2 or 3 days over. But from the clinic, when I have women who are like 10 days over, they're really, really starting to wanting to give birth. They start doing things just to set it all in a row. But if the nature is still not ready, the baby's not ready, the universe is not ready, you can do a lot of things. But you are ready. You're really overdue to give birth. And this Christmas being home in Denmark, and Sove having all of this ear pain, and we had to even cancel our flight and take another flight because we just didn't want to fly home with her with all this ear pain. I was really scared of her thing blowing up, in the air, and I was scared of giving her more pain. And on top of that, I was over pregnant with this new project. Can you imagine how that was? And on Monday, talking with Sigrun, starting to cry because I could just feel it so much in my heart. I was ready. I was ready to know that the clinic is no longer, will no longer be the center. The center is the new project. And my new baby is the Conscious Heart Academy. It's my heart way. It's my mission. And it feels so beautiful to say it. It feels so, you know that feeling of being ready to say it and share it with the world. So now I've given birth. I can breathe again. I can let go of the pressure. It's like getting that normal body size back again. And I'm really looking forward to what will happen now. Many ideas and new contacts, and it's both a part of Chinese medicine because I'm rooted in Chinese medicine, along with my passion for shamanism, and that's where Chinese medicine started. And for me, stepping into shamanism, it's about the soul. It's about connecting to the spirit and the spirit world. And then there's all the mind setting, because I know that fearful mind setting, and the patients know it. Everybody know it. So I'm so interested to share more. I'm so looking forward to meeting more people out there. I'm so much looking forward to at last doing my online congress of Chinese medicine with a twist. Yeah, and I will share more along with the Hard Way tribe. Now I just need to figure out how to do it, what to do, and I'm so grateful for the people who helped me until here. My dear friends, listening, because I've talked a lot. I know, now it's my time to listen. And also Mike, my dear spiritual mentor from London, or from England. I'm so grateful. He really helped me to grow into this and be ready. And then Pia, who I met not long ago from Denmark. Beautiful, beautiful heart woman. Clairvoyant with angel cards. And the first session with you, Pia. Wow, you blew my mind. You opened my heart. You shared with me. And you shared with me dreams. My dream. Even a dream that's bigger than I ever would dare to dream. And that made me cry as well. And as we say in Chinese medicine, when fluids are flowing, healing starts. So I love when my patients are crying in the clinic, or when I'm crying. So thank you to everyone, and thank you for all your support. And I'm so much looking forward to getting to know a lot of new people and connecting to colleagues again and friends and my Chinese medicine family and new friends and all the people who are going to be part of the Hard Way tribe and the online congress of Chinese medicine. You know that feeling when you've given birth and you're just lying in the bed with that baby in your arms and you're just melting. You're just melting looking at that baby. You're giving birth to a beautiful, beautiful new soul. I know that feeling from my 3 kids, but I know it also for my projects. And now I have a little new project in my hands. And I'm looking so much forward to